Have you ever wondered how you can attract your tribe? I got you covered as our guest expert will share valuable insights on this. Welcome to the Path to Purpose interview show, where we dive into captivating and inspiring stories of experts who have discovered their purpose and are living it out every day. I'm Katja Rosanen, and my intention is to inspire you on your path to purpose. And today's interview is no exception. I'm thrilled to introduce our guest, Krista Inochovsky, who is expansionist. Krista is a former professional dancer who has transitioned into a career as a life and business coach. She specializes in empowering experts to shine brightly and enhance their visibility, enabling them to attract their ideal audience. And Krista is also the co-founder of Infinite List, the premier list building membership community for online experts. And in this interview, Krista will share how you can attract your tribe. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be inspired. So welcome, Krista. I'm super excited to have you here.
Thank you, Katya. I'm looking forward to it.
And I'm just curious because you were a dancer and then you transitioned to be a life and business coach. So was there a special event that led you to this path?
I, from a very young age, was led and curious and started following from Tony Robbins and the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. I can remember just being really young and starting to read those. So the path of knowing that there's a great way to live your life where you have intention and putting your happiness first was just a part of who I am always. And that led me through my 20-year career as a professional dancer and MC, which I still do, and narrator, and a lot of work in the entertainment industry. And so as I was phasing out of dancing, I just felt more and more compelled to dive deeper into not only my own practice, how it's changing my life, and then sharing and teaching with others. So there was definitely a time where I was doing both, still performing, still out there in the world, and beginning to do this work as a life coach and just understanding manifestation, law of attraction, and it's just, I think it's in me and it's who I am, and it just continues to evolve.
Yes. And I love that as well. As a dancer, I assume you are also, this just comes forward, trained in discipline, because that takes a lot to be a professional dancer. And then as well, following the rhythm, the flow of a dance. So it kind of, in a way, in my mind, now as you are following the attraction, like how to build that attraction in marketing, how to follow the flow, but yet also have that discipline to take action and help others to do that too. Do you see it that way, or what? How is that attraction marketing something that you are now specializing in?
I can see a lot of benefits that came from years of performing, from being quick on your feet, able to improvise, ready in a moment's notice. And a lot of it really comes down to that having an audience, right? It's about keeping people engaged and entertained. And what I loved about being on stage is taking people to a whole other place where they are just enthralled in this happiness of what's happening on stage. And I realized that you're attracting the audience by doing something that they enjoy and they like. You're never forcing the audience to come in. And so, looking at it from a marketing perspective, as my career evolved into this online expert world, it's kind of the same thing. You're like, well, how are we attracting people to us instead of pushing, buy this, do that, and keeping that same idea of it's an honor when people do want to follow, they do want to learn, they do want to be listening, like those of you are listening right now. So I keep all of that in mind. Like, well, I want to make sure that they're getting value out of it, that they're enjoying the process, and that it's bettering them. They keep being drawn into more. And so I look at that attraction marketing, and well, we'll get into lead magnets later, but that idea of a magnet that draws people in
Yeah.
is another piece of where I've evolved with the business that I do now.
Yeah, and just the idea that came, like people are coming to, when you were dancing, they wanted to pay to be able to see the performance. But now, as a coaches and healers and entrepreneurs, we want the same, that they are willing to pay to get in instead of we paying them, like dragging them. Come on, you need to do this. So it is that attraction. It is that. Shining, like you mentioned in your bio, like you are shining light, and that's what we want to showcase. But
Yeah.
let's
It's part of what I really love is helping other people to shine as well. It's giving them the spotlight. And, with years and years in this expert online space, I see what probably the biggest struggle that any coach or expert has is having enough people to continue to talk to give their message to. Right. We're good at what we do. We're compelled about what we do. We're convicted. We can't wait to share the message. Right. If I just had more people who were interested that I could offer, that I could invite to my events, that I could invite to my programs. And that really does seem to be, I mean, would you agree it's one of the biggest struggles is I just want more people to know about me. The more people that know about me, the more people I can make this invitation to.
So, what, in your opinion, what do coaches and expert and entrepreneurs need to know before they start attracting your tribe? Because you mentioned they have the expertise, they know what they are doing, but many, and I get that, like many struggle to attract their audience. So, what do they need to know before they can start attracting the people?
Yeah, absolutely. We can throw money in so many different places and get enticed into doing this or doing ads or trying to put ourselves out there. And some people, it kind of depends on where they are in their evolution of the growth of their business, but you need to be really, really secure and confident in who you are. Like, who are you? Who are you as a brand? Who are you serving? What problem do you solve? And how are you changing people's lives? And until you really know those pieces and just know confidently and proudly and that you're ready to shine and beam about who you are and how you help people, it's almost saying it out loud sounds like, really? How could somebody try to market themselves if they don't know who they are? But it happens. I do a lot of coaching over the years, and I see people starting up and they're just trying to put themselves out there, but they haven't truly landed in who they are, who they serve, what problem they solve, and how they help people do it, and have an offer. Right? You got to have a really good offer to make this a business. Otherwise, we're not a business. It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah. Yeah. And one of the key elements as well is like getting to know that, like who they are, and then also how do you communicate with them? So I speak a lot about social media, but one of the key elements there is as well that building that list. And I know that's also like your expertise, like, so I'm asking you, like, why is it important to build that email list? And at what stage in business should you focus on this? Because we have audience in different levels. Some's just starting, some already are very successful what they do. So what is the stage when you should be focusing more on that email list?
Yeah, Katya. So let's talk a little bit about why it's important to build an email list. We talked about attraction marketing, which is having people drawn into the work that you do. But I have this image. So one of my favorite jobs that I had was as a professional dancer at the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World in Orlando, doing the show in front of Cinderella's castle. And so I still can see and feel being on that stage and looking like from that perspective. You can look all the way down Main Street and way over to Tomorrowland and way over to Frontier. And there's just, thousands of people that can be there at any one time that are passing by and seeing. And, they can be attracted in, they pass and then they walk by. And that's kind of how I see social media. Yeah. And I'm still a fan. We still have to do social media. I'm not saying not to, but the problem is if people just kind of see you and pass by, you haven't captured them enough to now you can reach out to them. So the important part of list building is taking the people that are getting to know you through a variety of sources, whether they see you on stage or on social media, and drawing them into your world, into your email list. Because until they're on your email list, it's a one-way street and they have all the power. So when they're on your email list, now you have the address, you've got their number to reach out to them. And I follow all of our the gurus that are industry. Alex Hormozy, who just launched his huge book, $100 Million Leads. Amy Porterfield talks about it. I mean, on and on. The importance of Jeff Walker is another one. He's like, your money's in your list. And your email list is your number one business asset. We don't own the people that are following us on Facebook. They could be gone in a minute. Same with Instagram. And again, I'm not saying don't do that, but we also want to have a continual way of drawing people onto your email list. And the most attractive, if we're going to stay on this theme of attracting people in, the best way to attract people onto your list, because we don't want to spam them or like buy a list, that just sounds terrible, is inviting them to a lead magnet. So lead magnet's a piece of your work that you're putting out in the world. And like, hey, if you would like this resource, give me your name and email address, and I'll send you this great free sample, like a free sample of your work. I think most of our audience here is familiar with the concept of a lead magnet. That's a really, really important way to draw people from just being passersby into your email list, which is your most important business asset.
Yeah. And
I have more to say, but I'll throw it back to you so I don't go on a
I know, because this is something you are passionate about. But I feel like as well, this is something I share often with my audience, like social media, it's other people's playground. You go there to play, but they can change the rules any day. Like all of a sudden, poof, we're going to close this or this will change. But then email list is something you can reach out to these people. So you have, they said yes to you. And I know a lot of my audience have this big heart they want to give. So a lead magnet is a beautiful way you can help others. Like you can give something valuable in that lead magnet. So that's something you can share, because if you're a giver, lead magnet is a great way. So then people want to have that and they sign up. But
now you're in control of the game.
Yeah.
So for example, I got on your email list probably a couple of years ago. We've known each other for quite a while. We may have been in a giveaway together, and I jumped in to get your resource, and now you show up, Katya, in my inbox every week, and it keeps you top of mind. When you reached out to do this, it wasn't like, oh, who is she again? I was like, of course I know. And I know what you're up to, and I know what you're doing, because I invited you by saying yes. And now you're showing up in my inbox, and I appreciate that. And that's where we as entrepreneurs and infopreneurs and coaches want to be. We want to be the one that's showing up, even if they don't read or open every single email. It's really nice. We're like, oh, there's Krista. Oh, there's Katya. It really helps develop that relationship. And so, well, when you're ready, I'm excited to tell you about a way to really put your lead magnet out there that's incredibly effective.
Awesome. So before we jump in there, let's talk about the common mistakes. So what are the common mistakes you see coaches make when it comes to list building, when it comes to putting your lead magnet out there?
I'm glad you asked because it ties back. I just remember I didn't fully answer one of the questions you had before. So we'll tie these two together. You'd asked when is a good time
Yes.
to have a lead magnet and to focus on building your list. And that kind of goes with one of the biggest mistakes I see is that they wait until they work so hard behind the scenes, creating a course, putting an event together. And they're like, okay, I'm ready to launch my course. I'm ready to put my event, my 3-day event out there in the world, and go, okay, well, I wish I had a list. Maybe I should start building a list right now as I'm wanting to invite them. And you're like, that's kind of late. You want to start as soon as you know you're in business, as soon as you know who you are, what you serve, or who you serve, and how you help them. Immediately put together a lead magnet before the course is done, before the book is done, before the podcast is launched, and start already attracting people in and building that email list. So every time you have something that you are promoting, that you are offering the world, you have more people and new people to talk to.
That's awesome. And that's what we want, because people need to know about you. They need to hear about you somehow. So in order for them to hire you, and then when you have that connection, you have that contact, that can happen. So I love that, like, get started. You don't need to wait. When you have
it takes time. No matter how you do it, and we can talk about a couple of different ways to build your list, but no matter, it takes time. It's going to be, it should be just kind of this continual part of your business that you're putting something out there to grow your list, and not, again, don't wait until you like, I really need to talk to 1,000 people to get 100 to show up, to get 10 to buy. And then panic that you don't have those people. Or, we just start posting on social media and hoping that that's going to be enough, and it often isn't.
Yeah, and I think that's also where people get really discouraged, because there is so much marketing happening. It's this instant thing, and this is more like a marathon. You're just building that list, you're building your contacts. And yes, it can, if you have a great lead magnet, you can get more and more people coming, but still, more realistic, it can take some time to start building the list. Yes. And I just want to check in, because you mentioned this infinite list earlier, and that is something that you do now. And just wanted to check in, how is that different from other list building strategies? And can you share a little bit more what's the logic behind it? How does it really work?
Yeah, I'd love to. So we think about, let's just say a lead magnet is one of the best ways to attract people in, because they're volunteering their email address and their name to you. So that's a good prospect. So you've created a lead magnet and you go, well, where am I going to put it? Yeah. It's kind of interesting because I said, I follow all of the gurus in our industry. And I even hear from them, they're like, well, put it on your website. And they give you 5 places on your website to put the lead magnet. And I'm like, well, how does that help? It took so much effort for me to get somebody on my website in the first place. That's not drawing in new people that I don't know. So my partner, the founder of Infinite List, Michael Neely, we co-founded this as a way to put your lead magnet in front of essentially like your partner's lists. So what we do at Infinite List is curate events that we call giveaways. And many of you may have heard of a giveaway model. The giveaway model has been around for ages, but the way we've put it together into a membership community, to our knowledge, has never been done before. And it is just so fun and so rewarding and supportive. It's a collection of lead magnets. So let's say we have a great topic. What's your favorite topic? Purpose, path to purpose, or optimal living. So if Katya is running a path to purpose collection of free resources, and you go, hey, Krista, you've got something, you have your habits to success lead magnet would be a great fit. And you think of all the people in your list that do things that support that same theme of your best
Mhm.
life. And now collectively, we all decide to share this collection of lead magnets, is really what it is, with our audiences. And they're like, oh, of course, I want to learn more about this topic. I already love learning from Katya. Now I want to learn from some other people. And if we're free, they can jump in and take advantage of any of these lead magnets. So it's a way for you as the expert to be building your list by shared resources of real life people that are really interested in the work that you do.
Mm.
And so Infinite List does all of the back end, all of the tech, all of the emails, all of the pages. And we wrap it into a really fun community where the coaches and experts get together and up-level each other with live coaching. And we even offer digital training on how to build your lead magnets. If you don't have one yet, or if you're not sure if it's good or
Oh,
converting, all of that is done and offered in a membership. So
wow.
it's just been so rewarding and so fun to help people in our industry continually to build their list and make it kind of easy. It shouldn't be your main focus. It shouldn't be a struggle, and it shouldn't be super expensive where you're losing money on ads. We'd hate for
Mhm.
people ever to lose money. So the way that Michael has curated this community has just, we're very excited at where it's going.
That sounds amazing because that's so many times I'm like, people spend so much time with their lead magnet and then they put it on the website, but the website doesn't get traffic. So nobody sees that beautiful work that you put together. And this is a way for you to connect, first of all, I believe collaboration. So you
Mhm.
connect with others and then you share your lead magnets. And I love that concept that you have. That sounds brilliant.
It's
So
great. And also a great community to find people if you want a joint venture, JV
mm,
with, if you look for partners or other stages to speak on or guests for your stage or podcast. So it's a really great community of people that are like-minded in this industry, who believe in collaboration, who believe in unlimited growth and believe in abundance.
yes. And talking about abundance, you have promised a beautiful gift. So people can check in and get deeper to get to know you more. So can you share a little bit about what you are offering?
Yes, absolutely. So if you're hearing this and you're like, maybe I should get a lead magnet, or maybe I should make one better, or maybe I should make another one, because you can never have enough lead magnets. My partner, Michael Neely, who's the founder of Infinite List, I'm offering his gift. We're offering it to you jointly, which is the ultimate AI lead magnet. So it's how to use AI to easily create a lead magnet, and that way you can start getting it out there.
Oh, wow. That's amazing because AI is such a beautiful tool when you know how to use it. So your
So
lead
don't put it
magnet
off. You could have a lead magnet done by
in
the end
minutes.
of the day if you put your
Yeah.
mind to it.
Awesome. That is beautiful. So check it out. I put the link on the comments below. So check that description, get that gift, and get your lead magnet done, or your next lead magnet if you already have one. So now, as we start wrapping up here, do you have a special message that you would like to leave our audience with?
Oh my goodness. So I'll just kind of side note to my own personal message, which is, as you're building this business, whatever the business is, build a life and let the business support what it is and how you want to live. Keep the priorities straight, keep love at the top of everything. If your family is important to you like it is to me, keep that at the top, and build it around what's most important to you. Like Michael and I are creating an incredible business and life that involves travel and flexibility and bringing our family, and I just hope encourage everyone else to do the business that gives you the life that you really want. Don't let it stress you out.
Oh, that's beautiful message. So thank you so much, Krista, for sharing your valuable insights and your lovely energy with us today. And
Thank
if you
you.
found this interview helpful, please give thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more inspiring content. And don't forget to check out the previous episodes too. I'm sending you lots of light, lots of love. Bye for now.